Welcome back. In this particular session, we will be learning about GPTs. Okay. Now, GPTs are custom versions of ChatGPT, and these are a very interesting type of concept. Okay. Now, I will explain GPTs in a form of an example so that you will get the concept very easily. So just imagine, like, say, 10 years later, maybe in 2035, 2040, robots are available, like available for sale. Like you can buy them in the stores. Okay. And they are robots available for different types of household activity. And just imagine, like, there are robots which do all the cookings. Okay. So in maybe such robots, if you buy one such robot and bring to the kitchen, then it will do all types of cooking. It will do all the types of dishes, right, with a standard recipe. Okay. Consider that as ChatGPT. Okay. It will do everything for you based on its standard guidelines, right? Now just imagine, like, you have your grandma, and your grandma has a very special recipe for creating a type of cake. Okay. And the taste that cake is really delicious. Okay. Now when you try your store bought robot and try and asked to create a cake, that is a standard type of cake which is not at all near the taste of your grandma's cake. Okay. Now you decided to, like, try to modify your robot, like giving some commands and all, so that it will forget everything, like whatever dishes it creates, that will be completely forgotten. And you create a recipe of your grandma's special cake, and that recipe has been loaded into this robot. Okay. Now this robot will try create a cake, and that cake will look exactly like your grandma's cake, right? But it won't be able to do anything else. Okay. So now this is a customized robot. So this robot was created by a company, but now this is customized by you again, so that this will do one particular type of task, and it will be an excellent in that particular type of task, which is purely based on your own instructions. Right. So this is the concept of GPTs. So GPTs are versions of ChatGPT, which ChatGPT allows users, especially paid users, to create. And if you are a paid user, I will show you how this can be done. You can customize ChatGPT to give with custom specific instructions, details, then attach specific files, and it can be saved. And in that mode, and you can give a name to that GPT, and it can be saved. And when you run that particular version, it will do only that particular task. And you can do others, but the quality of the other tasks will get reduced, but it will become expert in that particular task that you have trained it for. Okay. And this can be done very easily. And this model of this GPT that you have created, this can be shared in multiple ways. Like you can create a personal link, okay, so that only you will have access. And you can even create a public link. And if you create a public link, you can share that link to your friends, and they can also access. Now there's a third version. Just like our Play Store or the iOS store, there is a GPT store. Okay. So those who are interested in sharing, making their GPT public, they can also list their GPTs in the store. Okay. There people can click on these GPT by name, and then can use these GPTs for free, just like we install the free apps from Play Store. Okay. We don't need to pay anything for using these publicly available GPTs. Okay. So these are the three modes in which GPTs can be circulated. All right. So I think you got the idea of GPTs, right? Now I'll show you like how you can create these custom GPTs. It's the process very easy, and how this custom GPTs can be used for in education, in teaching residents, in helping you with so many tasks and so on. Okay. So why we are not using ChatGPT as such for this is ChatGPT is like it's not a custom created, right? It's like having only a standard instructions, and also quality will be in a normal or in an average level, especially coming to medical matters and all. But if you are loading Harrison into ChatGPT, and we are training it based on Harrison, then whatever answers that the ChatGPT will be giving will be purely based on Harrison, rather than having hallucinated content, or rather than having information from the internet. This will be purely Harrison content, right? And that's a way of training ChatGPT to our own specific requirement. All right. Now with that, we will move forward on creating GPT. Now one important thing here is like using of custom GPTs created by someone else is completely free. You don't need a paid account of ChatGPT to use that. Even with the free account, if you have the link, or if you go to the store, you can use it. But if you want to create your own, you need a paid account. Okay, so that's the main limitations here. That's the reason why I am discussing this only towards the end, because I already in the previous session I discussed regarding Claude's artifact, which is free, as well as a Canvas version of Gemini, which is also free. Okay, however, this custom GPT creation part is not free. All right. Now, how to access this is my ChatGPT window, right? On the left side, you can see that sidebar. Here you will see the GPTs option. Okay. Previously, this was directly visible for the free users also, but in the last few weeks, I noticed like for a good number of free users, this GPT section is not visible. Okay, so it's but for some others it's visible. So I'm not sure whether you will be able to see this or not. If you are able to see this, you click on the explore button and you will be taken to the GPT's page. Okay, in case if it's not visible, you can simply like add GPTs to the link and it will be visible. Like I will show you. You create a new chat. Okay, and slash GPTs. And automatically you will be taken to the GPTs page in case if it's not visible on the left side. Okay. Now you got GPTs. So this is a GPT store. Here you can see there are so many types of GPTs which are the custom GPTs created by different people. Okay, there are so many ones available. One for converting your like text to human written style. Okay, one for grammar checking. One for creating PPT. So many types of variations are available. There are one set that is specifically for research. The quality of each GPT will be varying. Like when you click one such GPT, like say I'm clicking the Scholar AI, you will get a preview of that particular GPT. You will get a public rating out of 5 stars. So you can see there are 50,000 reviews with 4.2, which definitely this will be a good one. And this is a 4th rank in the research and analysis section. And there are 5 million users. This how many conversations it had will be shown here. That is 5 million conversation is already there. Okay. And you can see the review also. We cannot add a review, direct review. We can only do the rating. All right. Like that, you can create so many GPTs. Okay, you can access so many GPTs. Look, you can type also. Like if you want to look at all the grammar checking GPTs, I can simply search grammar, and all the GPTs available which are released for grammar will be coming. One major issue I noticed with the GPT store, it's very slow. Okay, so that's one thing. Once you type the topic, usually in our Play Store and all, the that apps and all will appear instantly. Here it will take around 15 to 20 seconds for it to appear. So you can see there is a grammar checker version, 1 million users. There's a grammar one, 100K, 25K, 100K, and so on. Okay. Right. Now, how to create a custom GPT? That's the one that we are looking for, right? We want to create our own custom GPT. So in case you are having a paid plan, you will get a create option here. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the create option. So if you are having the create option, click on this black button at the top right, and you will be taken to this GPT creation page. Okay, here there are so many options available. This is an area where you can attach that icon of your GPT. This is the name of the GPT, description for the GPT, so that it will appear in the store with this description. What are the custom instructions? This is the area where we will put the prompt. Then there are some conversation starters. So this will be shown underneath that. So when a person click on this conversation starter, automatically that prompt will be activated. Then if you want to attach a information material, say you have you want to attach the Harrison textbook, or you want to attach a standard one reference guidebook or something, then you can attach that here. That's the upload files option. Then there is an option called recommended model. Here you can choose which model of ChatGPT will be used for this particular process. In case you don't want to recommend anything, it will use the most appropriate model. Otherwise, you can go for any of these options. All right. Then comes up capabilities, like within this particular GPT, which all features of ChatGPT should be used by this custom GPT. Okay, web search means it will be able to access internet. In case you don't want it to access internet, you can untick this. Canvas means it will get the canvas feature. Okay, then if you want it to generate image, you can go for the image generation feature. If you want it to have create some codes or do some data analysis, you can go for this option. Okay. And whenever you create the GPT, the preview will be shown here. And finally, when you have done, you can click on the create button. Okay, so this is the entire process. So what we will do is we will initially brainstorm on an interesting topic in which we can create a companion app that will help you in your clinical practice. Okay, using this custom GPT creation phase, creation method. All right. So what I have done is like, let me go back. Mm, okay, so I had a previous chat in Gemini in which I tried to brainstorm. Like you remember the previous step, right? In the Claude's session, I mentioned like whenever you are planning to create a custom artifact, the best option is to initially you need to brainstorm. After that, you need to look for a reference material need to be attached, right? After that, you proceed with the app creation. So there are three phases. Okay, so this is step one. I just went to Gemini. You can do this in ChatGPT also. For me personally, I like Gemini more. That's why I'm doing the brainstorming in Gemini. So I gave the prompt like I want to create a custom GPT to help with neonatology residents. Okay, brainstorm some interesting ideas. So that's the prompt I have given. So based on that, it gave me seven interesting ideas, seven different custom GPT ideas. Okay. So first one was clinical decision support. Okay. So this was like it's a neonatal nutrition and fluid total parental nutrition and fluid architect is a name given to that. So the it gave me the capability. So it will act like a sophisticated calculator and logic checker for TPN and fluid orders. So the resident need to input standard NICU fluid guidelines and TPN protocols as the reference material. And based on that, it can calculate all the values. Okay, so that's this idea. Then came ventilation whisperer. Again, it's a simulator and logic guide for blood gas management. It analyzes ABG, suggests strategies, then explain the basic physics behind the suggestion for educational reinforcement. Then came a NRP simulation master. So many ideas were there. Syndrome scout. Okay, so which is for residents often encounter congenital anomalies, help generate DDs for genetic syndromes. Okay, then comes NICU translator. So this was the one I really like. Okay, so idea here was, like in most of the NICUs, the parents will be highly concerned because it's the neonate or the patient, the child will be, baby will be really small, right? So they will be really concerned. So if you have some bad news, it has to be like explained in a very sympathetic manner, right? And it has to be like if suppose if you are getting some help from AI on how you can break this bad news, it will be easier, right? And it will become a sort of training for the residents also, like how they can practice the bad news breaking on a day-to-day basis to the concerned parents, right? So if we have a GPT in that manner, it will be really good. So when I saw this particular suggestion, I really like this. So the brief of the GPT is like it explains complex pathology, like depending upon whatever be the scenario. Okay, to the terrified parents is an art. Okay, role is to help residents practice breaking bad news or explaining conditions in lay terms. Like you can, most of the time when you try to explain, some of these technical jargons or the scientific terms will come in your conversation, so that parents maybe find it difficult to understand. So if we are able to explain it, it will be better. And it is telling like this particular GPT should have two capabilities. One is drafting, like rewrite this medical update about a one scenario into like a in a explanatory model, explanatory style, which is understandable for a parent with an 8th grade reading level. Okay, that is one mode. That is creating the like so information, right, or communication material. Second part is role play. Okay, the role play is the other side. This GPT will act like an anxious parent. Okay, and ask like when the resident try to explain, the GPT will talk back. Okay, with difficult questions. Okay, so how the resident will respond to that, right? So this was the idea. So I really like this. So after when it gave all the ideas, I gave a follow prompt. Okay, here you can see I told like I love the NICU translator idea. Give me the prompt that can create it. Add an optional translate feature also. Okay, so I thought like, okay, this is interesting. And most of the time in our NICUs or in our clinical practice, we will encounter parents or patients who are not that fluent in our native tongue or in English or any language that we use in the hospital, and they may be having a different. We will have a real communication issue, right? So if this GPT helps me to have some translation so that it will be easier for me to communicate, right? So an optional translate feature also will be a really good, cool feature. So with that, it came up with a detailed instruction, which can be given directly to the GPT creation part. So it gave me a detailed prompt like this. Okay. And these were the conversation starters. Then how to make this even better, teach back more regional. So many advices were given. And usually when I create my own GPTs, so let me just show you one of my GPTs so that you will get an idea. So I used to create so many GPTs. I really love this particular tool. Earlier, I think, no, I think, yeah, in module 2, I have shown you this medical illustration creator, all those things, right? So all are created in this manner. Say, suppose if you want to create a medical illustration prompt generator. So this was the, oh, I think I will go for the edit option, then only you will be able to see. So we'll wait for it to load. Oh, no, it opened a new GPT. So let me edit it. Due to some strange reason, it's not editable. So let me see whether any other GPT is editable. Okay, now this is editable. So when you click on the that particular GPT, you can see how I created. So I added the image here. I gave the prompt here, then description, followed by the instruction. Okay. So if you look at the instruction, I gave a system role, then instructional workflow, how it should process and so on, different steps and different options to be given like that. Okay. In that, I just want to have a easy, I want the user to have a easy workflow. So because of that, I added a line like this one. Okay. Step 1 called initialization. So I will add a conversation starter called start. Okay. That will be visible at the front bar. Then when the user clicked on the start, I'm telling it, wait for the user to say start. Upon receiving start, greet the user professionally and present the following menu exactly. I gave the menu. So that was the idea behind the medical illustration generator. Okay. So in this case, in our NICU translator app, I want the same option. Okay. So let me open that. Okay. So I gave that even though it gave me a detailed prompt, that start part was not there. Okay. So I mentioned like the resident will say start to begin the conversation. After receiving that greet the resident and explain your capabilities concisely, then prompt the resident by 2 to 3 follow-up questions to know more about the case. There were so many spelling mistakes when I typed it fast, so I'm sorry. Once you get all the details, execute the core objective. So that was the modification I suggested to the existing prompt. So based on that, it added a if start protocols. Okay, so you can see it started with the start now. Okay, greet and explain, ask the follow-up questions. After that, it proceeds with the existing part. Okay. So that's the idea. Then I just want some better names also. Here the name suggested was NICU translator. I thought like some better name will be better. I mean, a better name will be more suitable for this particular tool. So I requested for some better names for this GPT that reflects its function. So it gave me so many names like Tiny Talk, General Rounds, Kindred, the NICU, and so on. And I liked, and one of the name was Parent Connect. So I like the name Parent Connect. Okay, this one. So I decided to put the name as Parent Connect. Okay, so this is the whole idea. So let me go back to ChatGPT, click on a create new GPT. Okay, and we'll try to build this. Okay, I haven't built it yet, so I'm trying to build it for the first time. So the name I will put like Parent Connect. Sorry, this one, right? So name is Parent Connect. We'll put Parent Connect for NICU residents. Okay, so whatever I type here will be coming here as the preview. Then it already gave a description earlier. So I'll just copy paste from the description part. No, before this. Okay, so this was the description. Help residents explain complex neonatal conditions, right? So I'll copy that and paste in the description area. Then I need to copy the prompt, right? So let me copy the modified prompt. Okay. So this is the modified prompt that I will paste into the instructions area. All right. Then we need some conversation starters. So one will be start, because that will be the, so automatically you can see the start button has appeared. Okay. So if you want more conversation starters, it has given me some samples also. Maybe we can add one or two examples from there. Then I will tell you what exactly these conversation starters are. Okay. No, it's after this. Okay. Explain grade 3 IVH to a frightened mother. Okay. That I will put as one conversation starter. So that will come right next to this. One more we'll put. Explain bronchopulmonary dysplasia using an analogy. Okay. And if you want to attach a knowledge resource, say you want some scientific information there, you can attach a text this thing also. If you click on the upload file, my file explorer will open up. But in this case, I don't want any like a source material, right? I just want this as a communication app. So I'm not putting anything in this scenario. Then I don't need image generation. I don't need canvas. Web search is fine, because sometimes if it wants to get some information from internet, we should not restrict it, right? So I am not restricting that. Then if needed, we can put a image also here. Okay, presently I'm not putting the image, and I'm clicking on the create button. So it is asking me whether it should be available for anyone with the link, whether it should go to the GPT store or only me. So I'll go for anyone with the link and click save. That's it. So instantly it creates a custom GPT for me. So we'll wait. Unable to publish. Okay. Your changes can't be shared publicly because it violates our usage policy. Maybe to medical. Oh, I think it's giving an issue on public appeal. So, okay. Then I will continue. I think since it's having some medical things in the description, maybe that's the reason why it's not supporting this. So let me see. I think it has phototherapy, CPAP, all those details are there. Maybe it's triggering some of the regulations here. So let me see whether I can come up with another option which will help us to overcome the this particular scenario. Let me come up with a different option. So finally, after 10 to 15 minutes of just modification, I was able to clear the issue. It was a few medical terms which was there in that prompt that was triggering that particular filter. So, you know, in Gemini and ChatGPT, they have this medical filter. They just want to ensure that their AI is not giving out wrong medical advices. So we just want to just change a few words here and there, and we will be able to fix that out. So I was able to publish it now. And you can see now the View GPT feature is now available after publishing. So let me just open that. Okay. Now we can see our GPT is now functional. Okay. So if like you can see the name is here. And if I put the logo, that logo will be appearing here. My name is this was the description that we had given. And these are the conversation starters. Okay. Suppose if I want to see how it works. Okay. So on a ready-made basis, I can just click on this option, like one of the sample scenario. So instantly it will work on my question and will try to give me advices on how exactly I can break this bad news to a frightened mother. Okay. So it's explaining like what is IVH in a easy to understand manner without scaring the mother, right? What exactly is grade 3? Okay. And how serious it is, what this could mean for your baby, what we are doing right now. Okay. And why you can do as a mom, what you can do as a mom. And then it is telling me I should pause and check whether how much the mother is understanding. Okay. And some reassuring words. All right. So, and followed by the disclosure also. Okay. So we are getting a very nice thing. In case you want to try it again. Okay. So say if you want a new chat on this, just click on this downward pointing arrow. Here you will see new chat. All right. And it will again start for a new chat. Suppose if you want to try it for a fresh scenario, just click on start button. Let me copy a scenario. This one, I'll take this particular scenario. Okay. So here I click the start button. So automatically our logic that I had given for start, it will automatically gets applied. It will ask me the questions, how anxious the parents are, what is the main bottom line. Okay. So here I will put explain bronchopleural dysplasia using an analogy to anxious and illiterate grandparents. Okay. So it's a very tough situation. Grandparents are really anxious and they are not able to understand the medical technology, medical terminologies, right? So this is a scenario. Bottom line, okay, okay. Prognosis is good. So we'll add that also. Explain. This will be fine, right? The rest it will do. Okay, so let's see how well it's able to handle the scenario. Okay, so it's able to do this in a very quick manner. So this is script. So it's in the level of 6 to 8 grade, so that grandparents can understand in an easy to understand manner. So the analogy is think of lungs like a new soft sponge that's still being made. Then in premature baby, the sponge is thinner and easily irritated. Okay, and BPD means the lungs are healing and growing, but they need extra time and gentle support. And what we are doing right now. So all those are explained in a very easy to understand manner, what you can expect. And it's giving a closing line with invitation. I know that's a lot of information to process. What question do we have right now? And you can tell me in your own words what you understand, so I can make sure I explained it clearly. Like that, it is explaining. Okay. So if you want to explain in a detailed manner, that is possible. And we can also add the what will be the possible. We can keep on like asking questions. What all will be the expected follow-up questions by the grandparents. Give answers to all of them in the same manner. Okay. Parents. Okay. So there will be some definitely there will be a lot of follow-up questions, right? So I'm asking AI itself, like what all questions can be anticipated, common follow-up questions. So they will ask like why did this happen? Is it same as asthma? Is it a lifelong problem? How serious is it? How long will the baby needs oxygen? Okay, it's giving me so many questions, right? And all the explanations, even though if I'm an ICU resident, I may be knowing the answers, but it is telling me the answers in an easy to understand manner that is custom created for this grandparents, so that they will easily understand it, right? So that's a good part of this. So you can see it's giving me, oh, it's still continuing. So it's coming up with 20 questions or 21. Okay, I don't know how it's coming up with 22 questions. Okay, so this is cool, right? So now if you want to use it on a regular basis, what you need to do is you click on the downward pointing arrow and you will see an option called keep in sidebar. Okay, so you click on keep in sidebar, and what happened is like it will permanently get fixed to the left side of your ChatGPT window. Okay, so you can see I'm clicking it here and it will appear here. Okay, next time when I open ChatGPT, say I'm having a new chat, I'm refreshing this. Okay, so next time when I'm having a new chat, so I'll wait for it to the GPTs to load. You can see it is available. So I just need to click here and I get access to this app. Okay, in that way, this is like a companion for me, which is custom created, right? Custom created for my need. So that this is it's ChatGPT itself, but ChatGPT is specifically created just for giving like helping me with bad news breaking, right? So in this way, you can make so many variations. Say you want to create a you have a textbook with you, you can attach the textbook. Then you can give a custom prompt like the user will ask, just give you the topic. So based on the topic, you need to create 20 MCQs with 4 options, and answer key should be shown at the bottom and so on. So next time, if you want to create MCQs on any topic, you just need to give the topic, and this custom GPT will be able to give you questions and answers specifically based on this attached textbook, right? In that way, you can create any type of this. Okay. Another interesting one is, say you are regularly conducting like MCQ exams for your residents, and you are getting the you are telling the residents to do it in the form of OMR or ABCD, like that you are getting the answers. So you just scan those answers okay, and attach them as a PDF, and then create a custom GPT for doing a OMR this thing, automatically making the AI to correct these answers. So what you need to do is you will custom create a GPT. In that you will tell like we will be attaching one PDF file, and the answer key will be initially attached. Okay, so when you open that custom GPT, it will ask you for the answer key. Then you can give the answer key. After that, it will ask you to attach the PDF file where all the answers of the residents with this OMR sheets can be attached. And based on the answer key, it will do the scanning of all the question papers accurately. And based on that, it will give you a score. Okay, and when you create that custom GPT in the prompting part, you can even mention like once the correction is done, create a score sheet table, and that the resident should be either arranged in alphabetical order or in the order in which they have got the marks. And one column should show the names of the resident, another column showing the marks that they obtain, and there should be a grading column also. Okay, and you can go to the next level, and you can even tell like once done, export as a PDF file. So you simply need to attach the answer key and the PDF, and this GPT will give back you another PDF with the results. So it's that fast, right? In that way, you can create any versions that only your creativity is a limit. All right. So that's the idea regarding creating custom GPT. This is so much fun to do. Even Gemini also has got the same feature. Okay, in Gemini, it's called gems. Okay, so let me show you the gems. Think. Yeah, this is the gems. Okay, so when you open Gemini, you can see there is an option called gems here. Click on gems, and you will be taken to a page like this. Okay, so gems in Gemini is exactly similar to custom GPT. Okay, you click on new gem. Okay, and it will ask you for the name, description, and the instruction. Okay, here you can attach the files. Okay, one good thing I noticed in Gemini is like Gemini has got this additional feature. Okay, additional feature is improving your prompt. It's like you already have a prompt with you, like instructions prompt with you, but it's not that great. You can just simply click on this button and it will make the prompt better. Okay, that feature is not there in the custom GPT version, and it can be saved. Now the problem with gems is like gems cannot be shared with a second person. This is like a personal training. This thing, custom GPT can be shared with another person, right? But gems cannot be shared. So that's the issue. But otherwise, gems is exactly similar to custom GPT. Now the positive side of gem is like gem is free to use. Like even if you are a free user of Gemini, you will be able to get access to a creation of gems. But in ChatGPT, you need a paid account to get access to the custom GPT. So that's the positive side and negative side of gem. Okay. Other than that, it is exactly similar to this. So I'll just show you some of the gems I created. Here you can see this is one ready reckoner I created. So in India, there is a like a quality standard body called NABH. They have these regular inspections and all. And suppose if you want like what exactly is the guideline saying regarding one particular like a quality related thing in a hospital, they have released a detailed PDF on like I think some 500 to 600 page PDF is available by them. So what I had done is like I created a custom gem and attached that PDF file into this particular gem. Okay, so whenever I want to get some answer, I simply need to click on that particular gem and ask the question like what are the quality standards associated with recall of lab reports. Okay, quality standards and guidelines. So it will, instead of searching the internet and giving me some random information or some incorrect information, this is now actually searching that PDF file that I've attached. Okay, from there it is now telling me what exactly that guideline is telling me regarding this particular aspect related to the lab of a particular hospital. Okay, so like that you can create gems for anything. Like you can attach your textbooks and get answers from that. Just like you are using ChatGPT, it will be able to do that. Okay, and since in my personal opinion, compared to ChatGPT, Gemini, especially the Gemini 3 Pro, is better in most of the analytical part, like going through the textbook and getting information. Compared to ChatGPT, Gemini's analytical power is better, especially the 3 Pro version. So you will get better quality answers. Okay. But again, the restriction is like, say, I have my friend who is another faculty in another department. He also want to get access to this gem. It's not possible. He has to create his own gem. So that's the negative side. Okay. So you can see based on that particular quality manual, these are the things. Immediate communication should be given, retrieval. So these are the multiple steps. So I can clearly understand what exactly is this, and these are the references. Like this is a reference material that is NABH 2025 guidelines. So based on that, I will be able to get the exact thing that is given in that document, irrespective of the size of the document. All right. So with that, we come to the end of module number 3. Okay. So I'm sure that this was one of the most useful module so far, because you learned so many interesting things, especially you learned regarding the very useful features of Notebook LM. And I'm sure that the use of Notebook LM regularly in your day-to-day life as a faculty or as a teacher or as a clinician, it will definitely improve the quality of your teaching, quality of your presentation, right? And the way you learn things, right? That will be drastically improved. So do try it out. Thank you once again for being part of this this particular course. Okay, we will see you again in module number 4. Thank you.